Welcome back everyone to Showbiz India. And before I give out and reveal our ages, I'd just like to say that I've been an ardent fan of his for over 20 years, and he looks just as fabulous as ever. It's always a pleasure to see you. Mr. Anil Kapoor, welcome to Los Angeles and to Showbiz India.
You look the same too.
You just made my day.
No, I mean it honestly, you look the same. I think you look better.
Oh.
I look the same, but you look better.
You're too kind.
Seriously, honestly. Yeah,
Thank
generally,
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not going to lie to you early in the morning. Seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will take that, and you really made my day. So tell me, obviously you go back and forth to Los Angeles quite a bit. Tell us what brings you here this time around.
I was in Toronto. There was a kind of In Conversation, which the Toronto Film Festival has every year, and they have, international and national kind of stars, actors, who have this kind of interaction with, it's called in Conversation, and so there is a panel. There are a few. There's people in the audience who are there, and they obviously see all your work which you've done the last. So they were seeing all my work of 32 years, and then they show the clippings, and then we discuss and ask questions, and those kind of things, and also it was fun.
How interesting.
Yeah.
And speaking of 30 years, you've done over 100 films?
Yes, I have done over 100 films. Yeah, right.
My God.
Yeah.
What a journey has it been?
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. It's been a journey which is I can like I was just speaking to Anupam, who's here also, and we're discussing. At least we have so many stories to tell, and there are so many of them who are unfortunate that they don't have so many stories. So I have so many stories. I can just go on and tell you every story for every film which I've done, every decade which I have been working, and now, so it's my fourth decade now, and I have a film releasing tomorrow in this part of the world. So that's the reason I'm here speaking to you, and I'm here to speak about Race 2.
Yes, let's talk about Race 2.
Yeah, it's a continuation of. It's not exactly, the story is different of Race 2. If people who have seen Race 1, even if they have not seen Race 1, still they will get involved in Race 2 because the story is different. But still, the characters of Saif and mine are the same. Mm-hmm. The only difference of my character is that I play Robert DaCosta, who's very fond of fruits. If you remember, his passion for fruits is still the same. But he's become richer, he's more glamorous, he's much more stylish, and he's resigned as a police officer, and now he runs a club.
Have you seen the film?
I have seen whatever I've done the ADR. So when I was doing the ADR, so I've seen my portions and a bit of other portions, but I'm not seeing the film in a floor. So when I go back to India, which I'm flying tomorrow night, so hopefully going to go and see the film, yeah. But it has opened in Dubai. Now that I spoke to you, it's opened very well, and the feedback has been really, really positive, yeah.
Now, you and Saif are the only ones that were repeated in the film.
Yeah, repeated, and yes, and of course the producer is the same, yeah, and the director is the same, yeah, and the writer is the same.
I meant the cast is different, yeah. So, what attracted you to this role, to do the sequel of this role?
You see, I feel, when you see like sequels are slightly much more attractive for everybody, from the investor to the producer to the director, for the actors and for the audience also, because somewhere they have invested in the characters they had seen earlier emotionally, and somewhere they've liked the entire feel of the film and the characters, like Robert DaCosta's character and Ranveer's character, Saif. So somewhere they feel that they're not taking a chance of, when they buy the ticket and go and see the film, they feel at least something, they're secure that the money they're spending to go and making the effort to go and see the film, somewhere they will be happy, and somewhere they'll get what they really want. It cannot be a complete, sometimes you go and see a film, audience goes to see a film, they travel all the way to the theater and then spends money, and then the film is rubbish, they cannot connect with the characters, they cannot connect with the film, and they feel the film is boring. So somewhere a sequel like Hangover 1, 2, and people will love seeing sequels, like James Bond now, which released Skyfall, is the biggest success of the Bond series. It's crossed over $1 billion. So because they've invested in Bond, and of course you can't compare Race to Bond, but somewhere things are people the general the audience loves to see sequels. Yeah.
Now let's talk about you saying that you have a story for every film. Now give us a nice anecdote from Race 2 that you'd like to share with our audience.
Race 2, obviously I didn't want to do the film. That's the story. I remember because when Ramesh Purani came to me and I said, listen, yeah, I have been all my career wanting to do different kind of roles and different kind of, I don't want to do the same thing again. I said, come on, you have to do it. I'm not going to leave you. Not only Race 2, I want you to do the Race 3 also because people have loved that character. I said, come on, just doing it in one film is fine that I'm fond of fruits. Now again I'm fond of fruits and again I'm doing the same thing. But he said, people like these things. And then I realized, yeah, there are certain actors who have done the same thing all their lives. You know, actors like John Wayne, they just played the same role and still they were so great. And there's Rajinikanth, you know, almost doing the same thing again and again. And why am I being so fussy and, you know, wanting to do different, trying to be versatile and doing different kind of roles and all. So I said, okay, let me have some fun and be attached to, so I asked him to write a letter. I said, I want you to write and, you know, tell me that the film is going to be good. You're going to spend money in the film. And you're going to, you know, these are my things and that. And so obviously I made some, I don't want to tell you everything. But these are so he, poor chap, before the shooting, you know.
He actually did that?
Yeah, did that, yeah. I have the letter, I've kept it in my safe.
How sweet.
Yeah. So it was fun, but this is a sweet chap, so. And so it's more for, you know, when you do a film, sometimes you want to be attached to films. I was listening to, you know, Christopher Waltz, who's acted in Inglourious Bastards and now in Django. So, and other actors I've seen, I said there are times when you're spending 6 months of your life, so you want to, it's not the length of the role or how great a role. There are certain films you want to be attached to. And you want to spend those 6 months of your life with people whom you like, you know, whom you can connect with, the films, the director, the producer. So Race has been a great journey. We went to Turkey to shoot the film and we had a great time. It's a beautiful country, lovely people, great architecture. We stayed in a beautiful hotel called Mardan Palace, which is one of the best hotels I've ever been to. And Turkey is exquisite, absolutely beautiful. And Turkey has been really captured very well in Race. And people who like good visuals, good-looking people, good clothes, sexy girls, good-looking men with muscles and rippling muscles and all those kind of things and all. It's all there, you know, to have. Just go and have fun. Go buy some popcorn, or if you want to indulge, buy all the heavy stuff, you know, fattening stuff from the theater, and just sit in the theater, have it and have a Diet Coke or Coke or whatever, and just enjoy the film.
It's a real entertainer, huh?
Entertainer, yeah.
Yeah. So, any favorite part of the film for you?
Favorite part of the film, yeah. I think, you know, the most fun part was, you see, over there, it was not about, you know, as we were saying when I was in Mumbai, so it's not about the lines, what everybody's speaking. Race is all about jawline. It's all about the clothing line. So
like that.
There was a lot of fun, and every time, you know, and I would wear something and come in and say, what is he wearing? It's not that what lines he's speaking. Okay, I said, where's Saif? He's gone back to his vanity van to change his clothes because somewhere he felt I'm wearing better clothes.
That's great.
And then John would totally different. He didn't want to wear any clothes on. He would come with a three-piece suit, and suddenly the jacket would go, then the waistcoat would go, and then he would just wear his trousers and shirt, and then he would wear chappals. I said he can afford to do that. He's, you know, so good-looking, and he's got, you know. And he tells me, you see, Anil, clothes they should just hang on your body. You should not feel you're wearing clothes, just hang there, wear anything, and you look good. I said, John, you can say that if you can't.
Well, speaking of being fit, you are very fit. We put on Facebook that we're going to be interviewing you, so ask questions. And believe it or not, a lot of people ask, how does he stay so fit? So give us your secret.
Nothing, I'm just happy, yeah. You know, you see, early in the morning, I'm smiling, I'm laughing, you know, and I think, seriously, if you say, I feel there are a few things which are very important. It's not only exercise, your diet to a certain extent, and of course, sleep. Sleep is very important. You know, you have to have proper sleep, and of course, good friends, good family, a happy frame of mind, and you know, just seeing things positively. And it's not that you just grow physically. You know, it's not that you look after yourself physically only. You have to look after yourself internally also, spiritually, mentally. You have to grow, read, meet people who are superior to you intellectually and in terms of depth, and there's so much to learn, travel, so all these things, you know, just get that kind of glow on your face.